Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Today we're going to start off with unlocking Anden custom deliveries by talking to this supplicant sheep. Once we've got those unlocked, we'll go ahead and do the second Tales of Newfound adventure quest. Then if we have time, we'll go ahead and do the third quest in the Tataru's Granted Endeavor quest line. But let's not dilly-dally too much. We'll go ahead and talk to this supplicant sheep and get started with Anden custom deliveries. That's so, Anden. This sheep looks eager to share something with you. Ba ba ba. Russell. And he's off. Oh, a letter. Having emphatically imparted this message, the sheep dashes off. You can only hope that this letter contains some manner of sheep to Veradatic is the Veradatic is the tongue in Novront, I think. Dictionary. Maybe that's just the common tongue that everyone speaks. The script is comprised of several distinct hands and sweet flowery fragrance lifts from the page. Several distinct hands and sweet. Okay, sure. Your thoughts wander naturally to the pixies of Ilmeg. Flowery letter. Greetings, sapling of the king. If you are reading this, it means our precious Fluffy has proven itself most admirably as a messenger of sheep. We write you with some fantastic news. A talking leaf man has appeared in Ilmeg. A what? You remember our leaf man, don't you? Those dreary mortals refurbished into darling shrubbery. Well, they're not usually much for conversation on account of being topiary bushes. But this one simply jabbers on. Such an accomplished leaf man must pique your interest. Yes, come and find us in Land of the Ron, and we shall introduce you. Okay. Sure. I guess let's head over to Land of the Ron. Just let me take the Aetherite out to get a slight discount, and then I'll just teleport to Land of the Ron. Okay, Ilmeg's up here. Let's just go to Land of the Ron. My hand still hurts a little bit today, but it's much better than it was yesterday. Oops. I will forever do that. It's not used to it keeping you mounted when you after teleporting. Let's see. There he is. Go on. So there are some of these in Labyrinthos, but they probably aren't born from pixies. Excuse me, madam. Might I have a word? If you understand me, that is. You can! Oh, what a relief! Please help me. My mind is in a terrible haze at present, and these flittering, chittering children have done nothing but crackle and poke at me. You came! I knew you would. The king sapling would never pass a wonder this delightful. I am El Tyr, And this is Laurel and Ankosi. Sure. We wrote you that letter together. Sapling? Oh, wait, are you a plant? I thought you were a person come to help me. Oh, please tell me you aren't some tree who simply looks like a person. Don't worry, I'm a sapling to some, but definitely a person. I'm Fail's stalwart sapling. Sapling, seedling, heaven's pillar. Tree metaphors seem to follow me. And don't worry, I'm a human. Is that supposed to make sense? Why you sound so distraught, as though you aren't the greenest and leafiest one here. What marvelous fun this is! In exchange for making us laugh, I'll share with you both a little secret. This chatty little bushling sprouted from none other than Anden, one of the leaf men inside these stables. What? Oh, okay. As for why, who knows? Maybe Anden's spirit is simply overflowing with life, or maybe all of my pruning and wishing finally paid off, or both. Regardless, the two are connected by their roots. Connected by their roots. Which means they are both undeniably Anden. So, my name is Anden, is it? My memories are so muddled, I can't tell if it feels familiar or not. Oh, why don't you remuddle Anden back in his original form then? That sounds like a wonderful fun. Oh, how lovely! Let's change him back. No, absolutely not! Everyone knows that trying to change a leafman back only ends in mucky mudmen. Anden won't be another attempt gone wrong. I won't allow it. Oh yeah, he's an A rank around here. You mean to say my choice is between remaining a bush or becoming mud? Then I shall never again assume personage. Oh, say it isn't so, please. Oh, Anden, guess you're SOL. Fail, I need you. Help me, Fail. You're this talking bush's only hope. King of the Fae, hear my cry. And let's just call her normally. She'll be more than happy to help. My character is so not happy to do this. Yes, that's it, my precious sapling. You should have called upon me immediately. Of course, but how could I be anything but delighted that you remembered me all on your own? Whatever your desire, your beautiful branch is at your service. Your Majesty. 'Tis true. None have yet returned a leafman to its original form, but that such improbabilities become mere trifles if such is my sapling's wish. In fact, it could be accomplished by none other. You and your friends possess the ability to heal those tainted by the light's corruption, do you not? Were that knowledge to be coupled with my strength as king, this leafman may yet return to its erstwhile self. However, such deeply transformative magics are far cry from the simple pixie glamours. If you cannot hold the clearest image of your true form within your mind's eye, your fate as a mudman is all but sealed. Well, that's not good. I guess that's gonna be the premise of this, is to help Anden remember his true self, or his original self. You must know what must be done, my dear darling sapling. Call for me again once your preparations are complete. Okay, Fail. Alright, Anden, I don't know what we can do, but we'll try and help. Anden become a stubby mudman. How can I help? Well, I take great comfort in knowing that I am not condemned to an eternity of mucking or twigs, but recalling my true form feels like a daunting task indeed. Speaking of true forms, what was that consensus on yours then? Person? Tree? Honestly, I'm more confused than ever after that last conversation. Understandable. Oh, a nickname. That makes far more sense. You do look quite that like a person. And you say your name is Brillian? A pleasure to meet you. Now, Brillian, I don't mean to impose, but seeing as I am shackled here by roots and surrounded by plant-harassing mischief-makers, you may be my only living ally in this world. Please help me remember who I truly am. I mean, I'll try my best. I don't know how crafting is going to help, though. Oh, thank you. I will do my utmost to remember promptly. Of course, simply trying to remember something you so utterly can't seem to like. Seems like a rather fruitless endeavor. That must be some reliable way of stirring up latent memories. If I had hands, I'd give myself a small rap on the head to get the blood flowing, or sap flowing, as it were. But do you have hands, Brillian? Would you be so kind as to give me a good solid smack in what might be my cranial region, just to go to the leafing matter engaged? I guess. Wait, I just got a better look at those biceps, so perhaps not. I don't know how you got a good look at those biceps considering I'm wearing long sleeves. Anden, you mustn't beat upon the bush. I know I got a little carried away tugging at your leaves and all, but I'm ready to help now, and I know you better than anyone. I've even seen your true form before, but simply telling you that what I know isn't going to help you truly remember who you were. And you must truly remember if your true form, if you are truly to return safely. True. I must say, that is surprisingly thoughtful for someone who has tee-heeing at my distress not moments ago. But if you can't tell me anything, how do you intend to help? Well, I never said I couldn't tell you anything. Just not too important to be told. I'll give you little hints and pieces instead. Like this. Do you remember about being a shepherd, Anden? You so loved your fluffy white sheep. You loved them so much, in fact, that even those scary sin-eaters couldn't drive you away from your flock. You stayed and cared for them until the very end. Really? I confess, I don't remember anything of the sort. But if you speak the truth, perhaps some seeing tools or materials a shepherd might use would induce further recollection. Not much of a lead, but it's all we have at the moment. Brillian, would you be kind enough to procure me some items fit for a shepherd? Sure, I can make you something. We'll help too. Laurel and A.O. love playing shop, so be sure to check their wares for both handy and dandy bits, bobs, and supplies. Lately, Laurel has been fascinated with what you mortals call scripts, but sweet A.O. will be happy to take your shiny coin just the same. Oh, what fun we shall have. I can hardly wait to get started. Okay, so one's the shop for the materials, and one's the person that we actually turn the deliveries into to get the scripts. Or wait, no, that one's a script vendor. We actually turn the collectibles into the main person or Anden. But that should unlock the custom deliveries for Anden. Yep. That's the first achievement. Let's go ahead and talk to each of them, and then we'll go ahead and do the 6 deliveries real quick. The old city has long since sunk into the cold, chilly depths of Longmire Lake. But up on the opposing cliff, you can still find what's left of a certain shepherd's cottage. Tee-hee-hee. Go on, royal sapling. If you've wings, fly forth and see. Isn't this the shepherd thing? Or is she referring to something else? Anyway, I'll talk to Anden once more. Assuming I was a shepherd, seeing items used for tending sheep may help me remember something crucial. At least, I hope it will. Alright, yeah, that's where we actually turn in the deliveries. So let's see what we need to make. Wait, glamming? Oh, okay, right. That's right. The end of this quest is going to be turning him back into a human, so we probably unlock the glam for him. Alright, cheap equipment, and it's 1. I'm really glad they changed this to being 1, because, like, the old deliveries... Some of the old deliveries, you would have to do, like, 3 each. It just kind of didn't really make sense. Just a bigger gill sink. Okay, so we need 6 sheep equipment materials. Be this one. I think I might need to turn in my scripts before we do this. No, I might have enough room. Okay, so the sheep material, let's get 6 of those. And is this going to be level 80? Okay, it's 81, so actually I might have to kind of think maybe. Probably not. Let's do this and this. And then let's do a couple of these. Ah, I should have done this first. Okay, that should be enough to do this. And then that should be enough. Okay. I gotta do that 5 more times. I can do a better rotation than that, though. Let's just do 3 of these. Nah, I only need 2. Especially since I still have the buff for that. Oh yeah, that's more than enough. Oh, we don't even need to do innovation there. I'm gonna try doing it without innovation. Oh no, I definitely need to do innovation unless I do 3 of these. And shouldn't this... Right, so that's fine. Oops, I just did the wrong one. Oh well, it doesn't matter that much. Just a little less scripts. Let's go ahead and do innovation because I think it'll be slightly easier. Okay, and then 1 more to go. Thrilling gameplay, I know. And there we go. Messed up one of the crafts, but it's fine. Oh, right in, and here's some stuff. Yeah, no, I know how collectibles work. Yeah, the sheep equipment. I cannot express, for me, I cannot fully express how grateful I feel, Brilliant. Oh, thank you again. Successful delivery, you've begun earning mistrust. Yeah, satisfaction. Okay, yeah, he's gonna say the same thing each time. Oh, I didn't need to make 6 of them, that's right. Because the first one's only like 2 deliveries for the rep. You've brought me so many nice things. It's a shame I can't put any of them to use. I dare say I'm far closer to sheep nourishment than nourisher in my current state. But that regret, in and of itself, feels like a clue, and these items do seem profoundly familiar somehow. Ooh, oh wait, that wrong person. Oh, that's it. I've remembered something. You were right, Aotir. I was a shepherd, and I lived here with my sheep and cared for them very, very much. Yes, that's right. Anden, go on, go on. Originally, we lived up on the mountainside, across the lake. But when the flood came, we were forced to evacuate down here. Oh, my little flock didn't like the move one bit. They never got along with the local shepherds. Though I'm sure they do now that their orders are tasty. That's really, morbid. Tasty leafman. And there was one other they didn't take to, as I remember. Back before the flood, a gallant traveler once assisted me with work. Perhaps it was due to his hulking stature, but my sheep couldn't see him but to batter him with their tiny hooves. I shouldn't laugh, but the sight was really quite charming. Oh, it's interesting. The head. What's this? Have I returned to my true form? No, this is probably the other guy. But I've hardly remembered anything. No, this doesn't feel right. I can say with relatively certain that I was never this gigantic. So anxious, and no need to fret. This is only a glamour, just a teeny tiny taste of who you may have been, or not. Either way, I have kept that fluffy leafy head of yours for luck. How precious you look. I thought you'd feel more comfortable with the appearance of a mortal, and the more limbs you have, the more I can make them flail. Yep, that's a pixie. I suppose this does make communicating easier in a fashion, but what's this about making me flail? Haha, that's right. Just like that. Oh, you never so droll. Oh, why must you delight in my discomfort? Thanks to you, I'm bound to be battered into a mulch by my adorable charges. Which, well, I suppose there are worse ways to go. Well, that was the first step. We've got 4 more deliveries we can do, so we'll go ahead and get those done too. Anden is pleased with your efforts. He now considers you a probably proper person. And yet there's still so much work to do. Yeah. Now you're sounding more like yourself. You did so love mingling with your sheepies, after all. Snuggling up in a sea of fluffy wool and happy bleeding. Well, and happy bleeding. Although, I doubt they'd let you snuggle looking like that. Snuggling, yes. I must have done, seeing as it was so cold outside. That's right. You wouldn't know it from this blossoming meadow, but these parts used to be far too cold for flowers. Right, because this is technically the Korthus area. In Novrond, this corresponds with the area for Korthus and Ishgard. So it's actually pretty funny how the calamity in the source turned it from grassy hills into a snowy wasteland, but it looks like the flood in the first did the complete opposite, which turned it from a cold area into a flowery meadow. That's interesting. You're right, that's right. You wouldn't know it from this blossoming meadow, but these parts used to be far too cold for flowers. We are in the mountains after all. I must have warded off the chill somehow, Brilliant. Could you bring me something I might have used to that end? Anything you can manage. Okay, I'll see what I can do. I can make another delivery. Okay, well, let's see. What type do we need? And we got 3 more deliveries. This one's 480. Okay, mountain garb. Yeah, let's get 3 mountain garb materials, and I'll go ahead and just throw out these other ones that I made by accident. Well, that's nice. They actually didn't end up using the one that had the low collectability. Okay, now let's see. Let's actually buy 3 and make 3 of these, because I highly doubt it's only going to be 2 this time. Probably. Alright, let's start with this. This. Try that. Okay, so I don't need to use final appraisal on that. Let's do 2 of these. Yeah, 2 of these should be good. I'll do Buyer God's Blessing, and then I should be good to go. Yep. Let's make 3 of those. Oh yeah, that's more than enough. And then 1 more. And that's the 3 we need. I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn in all the 3 at this stage, but we'll try. It still gets chilly at nighttime, but those mountains were once frigid. What do you think I used to stave off the cold? Maybe this cool hat, although I don't know if you could wear it right now. Although, if he's going to be transforming progressively throughout this whole thing, we're probably going to end up, he's probably going to get a different head this time. Mountainous climbs are nothing to sneeze at. Rather, they would be without warm clothing or blankets or some such. For me, I cannot express how grateful I feel, Brilliant. Oh, thank you, and thank you again. Right, that's the same thing he always says. Or same thing he said last time. The first one changes with each delivery. Oh, yeah. I guess that first one was just the introduction. But the second one doesn't change. Let's see, that's all the 6 I can do this week. Thank you for bringing me so many nice things, Brilliant. It is always so good to chat with another person. These pixies certainly make their own fun, but their games can be rather exhausting at times. Yeah, that's how pixies work. Made all your deliveries? Yeah. Okay. That's all the custom deliveries we can do this week, and that's all the stuff we can do with Anden this week. Let's go ahead, I'll update the stream text, and then we'll head on over to Rad's at Han, and we'll go ahead and do the Tales of Newfound Adventure quest. Let's go ahead and teleport directly there. So this one, I believe, starts off at the where we ended up off the last one, which is up in the north area. Let's see, it should be right here. Yeah, Shadowed Past once more. So on the last quest, we actually ended up getting some insight into Barbara and her backstory. So we're probably going to get some insight into, I forget how to say his name. It starts with a C, I think. I forget what voice I used for this, but I'm just going to give some posh British accent. Would you tell us of your recent adventures where you next return? I promise to make it worth your while. Alright, well, Radiant Scout, let's go ahead and get started. Shadowed Pasts once more. The Radiant Scout is keeping a close eye on the southern-eyed Voidsent. Ah, if it isn't Mistress Berillion. Since we last spoke, I've continued keeping an eye on the void scent. While the creatures have given me no reason to believe that they pose a danger, the rest of them remain at large. My fellows and I have yet to come by any eyewitness information, but their forms being what they are, they cannot have gotten far. Of course, it would make our search easier if they were likewise drawn to Radzid Han. That slime ASMR. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. My other selves have been telling me about their adventures. Truly, your world is a fascinating place. There's nothing like exploring a new city. Your world is fascinating too, well, kinda. Except for all that dark death and boringness. You've seen a lot of this world, have you not? I wish to do the same, and travel to all sorts of places. That might be a little difficult considering you're a bunch of eyes. And a void scent, you know. Once I've found the rest of me, that is. It would be unthinkable to leave even a sliver of myself out of the experience. The sensation. Could it be? Yes, I feel them! The rest of myself! Sir, please don't talk about feeling yourself. That's not appropriate. They're very close now. There's 4 of them, and unless I'm mistaken, they're somewhere in the city. Please find them for me, then I might be whole again. As before, by way of payment, they will tell you about powerful void scent in their pasts. Okay. Now, the nearest appears to be this way. Perhaps that's a good place to start. The rest of the fellows have appeared in the city. Then you had best track them down. Judging by the direction, I expect the nearest one to be in Dharma. I leave the creatures in your capable hands. Okay, let's go find us some slime eyeball things. So Dharma is the Weaver place? Worry not. I will see that these ones do not wander off. Best of luck finding their fellows. The others will have seen some sights of their own. How I look forward to hearing their tales. Well, let's go find them. So they said the closest one is at Dharma, which I guess this is, yeah, that's Dharma. It's over in the garden area. I guess the closest will be this one. Now, where are you, Mr. Voidsent? Ah, there you are. Wayward Hekdai. You've been looking for me, you say? Sorry for the trouble. I found a place with a beautiful water and thought I'd take a rollick, but ended up being washed away. I tried to get back upstream, swimming against the flow, and had managed to come this far when you appeared. After all that effort, I'd like nothing more to reunite with my other selves. But if you've been promised a tale, you shall have one. Ah, nothing but small fry. See that mortal there? He fished me up, but promptly released me while calling me a hideous slug. I don't know what that was about, but it worked out well enough. Oh, to be in the open sea and catch something big. Oh, wrong person. But until I can afford a halfway decent rod, I'll just have to put up with this tired old fishing hole. I know the feeling well. The desire to chase after big fish. I used to be a fisherman too, you see. together with my brother. But the Contra Memoria gripped havoc on the ocean's ether, and nary any fish remained to be caught. Each morning we would wake up not knowing whether we'd have food to fill our bellies. On a day like so many before, we were waiting in vain for a bite. My brother's face was fixated in a grimace, and I assumed he was cursing the war in his mind. But it turned out he was thinking about something else altogether, and when he finally spoke, the frustration was plain in his voice. Even if there were fish to catch, this is how I'm going to live out my days. Sitting endlessly with a pole in hand. It's like dying a slow death, and I can't take it anymore. More so than our privation, it was the mundane, unchanging nature of our lives that bothered him. In the next instant, he blurted out, "That's it! If there's a war, I'm going to fight too! That way I won't be bored at least, yeah, you'll be dead instead." And he's gone. And just like that, he threw aside his rod and set off, right into the thick of the conflict. Damn it! It's over. Ugh, who the hells are you? Yeah, bro, you're not gonna win against a big sword like that. What? Whoever you are, I'm in your debt. However, having exhausted my powers, I was all but defeated. But now, none remain to oppose me here. And he's gonna turn around and punch him. Perhaps you would consider serving me. You would be well rewarded, of course. I could grant you riches, castles. And he's gonna turn around and punch him too. What's the meaning of this? Weren't you a friend? Oh, is this gonna end up being I forget what they're called again? The seat demons. Not demons. Void Scent. Golbez's minions. Friend, I'm just after some excitement. So come on, give it to me. And he's dead. Hope he beat the other guy, though. There you are. Thank the heavens. What were you thinking, taking on the Memoriat with your bare fists? However strong you may be, you're lucky to be alive. Alive. Yes, I've never felt so alive. Oh, where are you going? No more chasing small fry from me. From now on, I'm going to live for the thrill of battle. I'll seek out those stronger than me, and I'll give them all a taste of my fist. Never have I felt so alive as I did, risking life and limb, he said as he strode away, never to return. Some time afterwards, a rumor reached me of a fearsome warrior. The man would arrive unannounced on a battlefield, trounce anyone and everyone indiscriminately before disappearing again. Ah, yep, it is him. Kegnazo, that's his name. He was called, and cursed as a feral dog. That was enough for me to know that my brother still lived. It was only when I became a voidsent that I came to understand my brother, to understand the emptiness he felt in his mundane life. It inspired me to want to break free from my own unchanging existence, and instilled me in a longing for this world. And for all his quirks, he was a good and kind brother, always looking out for me and helping me with my fishing. Like everyone, he must have turned into a voidsent. If he had the chance to come here, I believe he would have found a purpose in life. A proper one. No, he's dead. I killed him. Hehe, thanks to you, I could relive those old memories. And with that, I had best go and join my other selves. Be seeing you. Just a little wiggled away. Oh, right, where to next? Next closest would probably be down here. No. Let's go ahead and go to the High Crucible next. Go ahead and head over to the Aetheryte and teleport over there. Let's see, High Crucible. Head up these stairs. Should be just outside. Where? Oh, right here. Okay. Taking a look at the crucible. What? I'm calling me, you say? I can appreciate my separation anxiety, but I answer to no one, not even myself. I am my own master. I do what I like, when I like. I will rejoin the others at my own leisurely pace. Mortals, on the other hand, always seem to be busy at work. Short as your lives are, one would think you'd spend more time on leisure. You truly are strange creatures. They gotta pay the bills somehow, bro. Still burning strong, just like the start of the experiment. By the sisters! But tending the flame is mind-numbing work. Someone that has to do it, I suppose. But I just wish it wasn't me. Tending the flames. That reminds me of a voidsent I once knew. Oh, which one is this gonna be? He watched over a beacon fire, seeing that it remained ever lit. Unlike that mortal, however, he did it at his own volition. This is probably gonna be the fire, what's his name? I forget his name. It's the trial boss from 6.3. Such an act served no practical purpose in our world. Even if night and day existed, we voidsent don't rely upon light. Yet he persisted. Though perplexed by his curious ritual, I somehow find myself helping him with it. Rubicante was his name, and he went about his task dutifully. Others mocked him for his meaningless act. But it must have held some manner of meaning to him, and so, when I chanced to find the beacon gutted out, I made certain to let him know. For time out of mind, this routine continued uninterrupted, until that fateful day. Golbez showed up. Probably. Yep, there he is. I see flames dancing in the distance. Who should I find tending it but a mage of considerable might? With such power, surely you could do more than keep a beacon lit. My flames serve not to smite others, nor to sate my hunger. Then what purpose do they serve? I cannot say for certain, but simply behold this flame somehow sets my heart at ease. I see. 'Twould seem you lack the power to comprehend the feelings engraved upon your soul. But such a lack is readily rectified. This warmth, invigorating and comforting, where have I felt it before? Of course, the sun, that which once shone its light upon creation. Though it would set, never did it fail to rise again, and like the sun, my flames must never die. So that is the way of it. Through your flames, you sought to rectify the sun's journey. Through your flames, you sought to recreate the sun's journey. To recreate the world as it was before. And that's how he ends up recruiting him. Who are you? Who could unearth memories buried in the deepest recesses of my heart? It matters not who I am, but what I seek to do. Join me, and together we shall banish the darkness and see that sun rises again. According to the mysterious knight, the price to save the world was dear. The inhabitants of the neighboring reality must be sacrificed, to which Rubicante replied, I have sworn to use my power to save the world. If innocent souls must be consumed by my flame, then I shall bear the responsibility for the sin. Thus did he choose his path of his own volition, and his spirit lives on in me as an undying flame. A world engulfed in darkness had become the norm for me. But since coming here and basking in the sun, I've been reminded of all that we had lost. I understand Rubicante better now. Understand why he was willing to sacrifice all to restore the world to the way it was. To him, it was worth the price. Well, I must say, it felt great to take the squirm down memory lane. With that, I shall now rejoin the others, of my own volition, of course. And he's off. Squiggle, squiggle. Alright, let's head on down. Let's head on over to the last two. Take a shortcut. Oh, can't jump off here? Yeah, you can. Let's see, the reason I wanted to do these two together is because one is right near an Aetheryte, and then this one's just a little bit off to the side. Now where's this? Oh, there he is. Right at the entrance. The rest of me are here too. What a relief. I was taking in the sights in a village nearby when I realized I had become separated. I'm glad I decided to follow the clamor and head to the city. There are so many mortals here, so many beautiful buildings. Father, what is this building? How the hell should I know? This, my boy, is the resting place of the great Ozadal. Centuries ago, he journeyed here from the mainland and helped to end the war between the Matonga tribes, an act which laid the foundation for the nation of Radzat-Han. So it's thanks to him that we all get along. Ah, a tomb, a place for mortals to remember their dead. It calls to mind people from my own past. My mother, who died in the Contra Memoria, and the ones who laid her to rest. Long, long ago, lived two powerful mages. It is said that none could match their might, yet they nevertheless continued to hone their skills at their training ground, atop a peak called Mount Ordeals. Ah, okay. One day, fell fiends began attacking villages unprovoked. Upon hearing the grim tidings, the mages came to a resolution. Through years of training, we have mastered our flames. 'Tis time for us to employ them for the salvation of the world. So it was that the pair descended the mountain and set about vanquishing the fiends. Just that one left. Leave it to me. No, don't. And one of them's gonna die. Please don't hurt them. Or please don't hurt my mother. Your mother? Yeah. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, kid. Please save her, I beg you. Girl, what did I do? It seems I have no choice. Oh, okay. But she turned into a crystal. I said that I would save the world, but I couldn't save even a single life. My flames were meant to be like the sun. They were meant to protect, to keep warm and light the way, and yet... to keep warm and light the way. And yet... In his great fury at his failings, the mage's face turned red as a ruby. Thus did the girl choose to call him Rubicante. Okay, this is Rubicante. Before he became a Void Sign. I wish we had an actual order we were supposed to do these in, because this would be like number 2 or 3. The mage returned to his mountain, where he buried his comrade. Upon the gravestone, he etched the words of admonishment, and continued his training alone. One day, when visiting his comrade's grave, he found that familiar crystal had been left there. Its presence lifted a great weight off his chest. Without words, it told him that the girl was grateful for what he did. That day, he regained something he had lost, and descending the mountain once more, he embarked upon a journey, determined to use his powers for good. As sad as it was to lose a precious life, it's sadder still, I think, to lose one's purpose. Mount Ordeals has been swallowed up by darkness, and his comrade's grave with it. But wherever Rubicante may be, I like to believe that the little girl still remains in his heart. Well, it's past time I rejoin the others. It was nice talking to you, mortal. Alright, we got one left. That should be right over here, right? Yep, let's check it out. Oh, I see him, he's right there. Yep. Well, what story have you got for us? What business does a mortal have with me? So the rest of me are safe. Thank goodness. It was worth risking myself to let the others escape. No sooner had we arrived in this world than we were attacked by fearsome creatures of stone. I drew their attention, and after scrambling hither and yon, managed to get myself to safety. But to so jealously guard treasure, you mortals must truly be fond of it. Though there's another place for storing it right here, right there. Oh, now it's raining. Huh? Why does her body look so weird? Oh, maybe it's because the feet are being cut off, but her body just looks really weird and out of disproportionate. Maybe it's because of the shorts. Anyway. They say it's a mountain after mountain of treasure in there. We just need to find the coffers that act as portals. I guess treasure portals. I think, whatever. And then survive the guardians and deadly fiends. I don't like our chances with just the 3 of us. Less of us means bigger share for each. Yeah, that's why we do treasure. That's why we do treasure map dungeons with 4 people instead of a full party. Exactly. Besides, what's an adventure without a little danger? I'm not really sure about this. To willingly throw oneself into danger, it's truly a strange mortal quirk. Unlike your kind, we Void Scents are quite risk-averse. For instance, we wouldn't think to challenge a stronger being. Except for him, perhaps. An odd fellow who loved fighting for its own sake. That's gonna be I forget his name, the sea guy. His name was Cognazo. and there was nothing he feared in his domain. Employing deception, he trapped his foes and drowned them in a bottomless mire. It mattered not how strong they were, all fell before him. Yet, despite his victories, he never truly felt satisfied, and through a chance meeting, he would learn the reason why. Yep, there's Gulbez. That you should repel my attack. You're tougher than I expected. To whom do I speak? I am Cognazo, and I'll bet you're the one they say is seeking out the strong. Well, if it's a battle you want, then you need look no further. Lest you misunderstand, I do not desire fruitless battle. On the contrary, it would seem that it is you who seek out the strong. Why? When you're hungry, you devour. It doesn't matter who. Your luck ran out when you strolled into my domain. None would so risk themselves simply because of an empty stomach. Nay, my friend, the source of your hunger lies elsewhere. What's this ether? So pure and sublime. There's so much of it that I'm ripe and to burst. And yet I still don't feel satisfied. Do you see? 'Tis not for ether that you thirst, but battle. You'll not quench this thirst with stagnant swamp water. Nay, not save that of a raging torrent will sate you. What do you mean? There is no joy to be had in ensnaring your quarry. For victory to have savor, you must place yourself in the midst of danger. If you join me, I shall see it you'd never want for dread foes to grant you satisfaction. What say you? Why do I feel as though I've remembered something important? Whoever you are, I would know more. And thus did he find a place to belong, upon the fine line that divides the devourer and the devoured. If he could do battle with just one worthy foe, he told himself, he could go to his rest forever satisfied. From that day forth, Cognazo tirelessly sought out those who might be able to best him, each time hoping for bliss, but knowing that, like as not, disappointment ultimately awaited. A yearning so strong, nothing else matters. Do you have such a thing driving you too, mortal? I guess. Looking back, it was extremely reckless of me to come to this world, but it has been worth every bit of danger and more. Ah, I can't wait to share my experiences with myself. I'll be on my way now. Thanks for coming to find me. Alright, that's the last one. You found the last void sent. Time to head back to the Hall of the Radiant Host. So let's head on back. Go back to the Aetheryte over here. We'll just teleport most of the way over there. Let's see. Yep, Hall of the Radiant Host. Alright, Mr. Googly Eye, found all your selves. 1, 2, 3, is this all of them then? I think so. You did it! You found all of me! Are we gonna see his true form or something? I trust I upheld my part of the bargain, and told you about a more mighty void scent. I learned about the past of Cognazo and Rubicante. Those void scent fought fiercely, but they fight no more. Yeah, I beat them. Both of them. So you had already crossed paths with them. Though the tales may not help you in the battles ahead, I dare say they gave you something to think upon. As mortals, then void sent, then archfiends. These troubled souls fought with all their being, and now their fight is over. Well, I myself have only heard the tales from the others. If I'm to make their feelings my own, I need to become whole again, which I can do now, thanks to you. So all of them are accounted for. Then by all means, let's have them returned the way they were. That I'm still a little hesitant on that, but okay. Without further ado then, to me, myselves. At last, we are whole again. There's nothing we need fear. And that which each of us experienced since coming here, it's as if I had experienced it all but for myself. I say it again, but this world is truly a fascinating place. I must see more of it. Yes, I must. I don't know how you're going to go around seeing the world, though, like this. I'm not sure what I expected, but now that it's whole, I can't help but feel like it's more of a danger. Yet, with the undersea portal destroyed, there's no way to return it whence it came. Whatever should we do now? What's this I see? Oh, it's void scent. There's a few of them in that direction. Many more of my brethren made it over, it seems. Curious though, this is much farther than I can usually perceive. I can only assume my vision has improved. Could this be the cumulative effect of our experience here? What? It can sense its kind from a vast distance. Amazing! Such an ability would make the task of tracking down invading void scent a breeze. If the creature would agree to assist us in this manner, I'm confident that I can convince my superiors to forge a pact with it. That sounds like a pretty good proposition. Oh ho! If it means I can remain in this world, then I'd gladly agree to the arrangement. I can't say how much I'm indebted to you, mortal. Working with this fellow here, I'll find a way to communicate with your kind and make myself useful. Thank you for everything. Well, that wraps up Tales of Newfound Adventure. See, somewhere in another world, ambitions writhe. I don't know what song that is, but I'll go. It's another collection slot. Let's go ahead and talk to both of them. I will be on my best behavior until we forged a pact. It's nothing short of a dream come true to be in this world, and I'll do whatever is required to remain. With regards to communication, as the creature appears to understand our words, I believe I shall begin by teaching it letters. With some effort, I'm confident we'll be conversing ere long. Alright, let's go ahead and collect this scroll. And then let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break. And then we'll go ahead and head on over to Old Charlian to do the next Tataru's Grand Endeavor quest. It doesn't need to be quite that big. Actually, first I'm gonna head over to Old Charlian and let the music play there. Yep, Old Charlian. And then, yeah, we finished up this. That's both of the Tales of Newfound Adventure quests, right? Oh wait, wrong one. Yeah. And then we'll go ahead and do the Tataru's Grand Endeavor quest once but not until after this break. I'll go ahead and run on over so we can stand next to them. The Medjina, or whatever her name is. Or actually, isn't there a bench over here I can sit? Yeah, I'll sit at this bench. All right. Time for a quick break. Time to get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to, and I'll be right back. Alright, let's get back to it. Go ahead, head on over to Mangina here, and we'll start, which quest is it again? An auspicious opportunity. Auspicious opportunity. Wait, let me double check that's the right one. Yes. Looks like this one is going to involve the Four Lords quest. Okay. Oh right, duh, there's the... They're right here, including the Void Sent and the Hat Cat. But Gina has an urgent request to make of you. Ah, brilliant! You couldn't have come at a better time. Do you have a moment to talk? My thanks. You see, a foreign merchant approached the boutique with a proposal not long ago. Hancock of the East Alderon Trading Company. Perhaps you've heard of him. Unfortunately, yes. Come on, you're not gonna give me some funny dialogue options? Ah, so you have a history. No wonder Mr. Tataru declared him unscrupulous and deserving of infinite caution. Yes, that is appropriate. Though there is a risk in dealing with a man of such flexible principles, his knowledge of the Hingan markets would do much to bolster our efforts to make inroads in the Far East. True. This is why, despite her misgivings, Mr. Tataru seeks to negotiate a partnership. But for some reason or another, he has requested you be present at their meeting in Kugane. Okay. I've realized business negotiations are not your forte, but we would be most grateful if you'd indulge his request. Of course, there is also the matter of our secret mission. Yes, corporate espionage. Oh, right, that one. The Tataru one. I thought you meant the, stealing secrets from our business rivals. Once it has been fully restored, this gorgeous sapphire will serve as the centerpiece of Mr. Tataru's necklace. I hope that one day she may look upon it as a memento of not only her mother, but of her many dear friends and allies. Perhaps during your visit to Kugane, fortune shall favor us with the discovery of an additional treasure to grace her keepsake. In any case, I believe that covers everything. Mr. Tataru shall meet you at the Ruby Bazaar in Kugane. I wish you a safe journey. Is she gonna be wearing her yukata again? Or, yeah, I guess it would be. Although it's actually a long sleeve, so never mind. Let's just head on over to Kugane. Wonder who we're going to encounter for this. Obviously, obviously we're dealing with Hancock, but there's also the Four Lords and Sorbonne, so that's probably who we're going to be working with on this one. I thought you said at the Ruby Bazaar, which is over here, but we're up here. I guess this is a better meeting location. Definitely more calm. Is that the girl from the samurai quests? And then there's I'm pointing to the screen like you can see, and that's from the Alliance Raid. They're from the Alliance Raid quest. The reporter and then the daughter. Brilliant! I'm so glad you can make it. I'm equally thrilled by your arrival, though I expect I must apologize for the sudden invitation. Oh, it's no problem at all, Hancock. Yes, you should, but more importantly, I'd like to know what scheme is and how you intend to involve us. Oh my, so quick to assume the worst. Oh, trust me, I understand why. Well, I would love nothing more than to lay bare all my dirty little secrets. Oh, sure, Hancock, sure. 'Twould be prudent to discuss my proposal first. Though I am to admit it, a draper shop, but recently launched by the company, has not been well received by the locals. Our intention was to promote the sale of imported apparel woven by the Old Dawn Weavers Guild. Alas, it seems Western tradition holds little appeal to the citizens of Kugane. So, we rethought our strategy. We would produce Hingen couture, but with world-renowned Old Dawn silks, kimono, as they are favored choice of wear in the Far East. Or rather, that was our plan, until our seamstress fell ill. Well, now we have Miss Omnicrafter here to help you out. It was as I faced the unpleasant decision of abandoning this venture entirely that I chanced to hear of Tataru's boutique and the assorted Far Eastern style equipment they had on offer. You're referring to our samurai and ninja-inspired sets of armor, yes? Indeed. By putting your exemplary goods on display, the East Alderaan Trading Company would demonstrate that we, a Western trader, are capable of making garments suited to the needs of our local patrons, except for the fact that you aren't the ones making them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have been informed that you wish to establish a foothold in Hingashi and East Orthard. What better way to make your Kugane debut than to have us showcase your quality wares? Well, that does sound like a pretty good deal. But what's the catch? It's not without its appeal, I admit. The perfect venue to gauge interest in our goods. Isn't it just? If I may take your grudging concession as a sign of interest, perhaps we can discuss the finer points of my proposed partnership. Uh-oh. This is the part where I have to do stuff? Oh, well, we'll be discussing it at length, but I've yet to see how any of this would require Brilliant's involvement. Yep, that's what I thought. Indeed, it was just about to get to that part. Oh no. Not so long ago, I crossed paths with a group of certain someones who were eager to call on Brilliant again. I found myself quite taken with them, charming as they were, that I felt compelled to facilitate this reunion. And of course, one can never collect too many favors. Right, Hancock. Alas, I know that you are predisposed to question the motives behind any intention from the East Alderaan Trading Company, and with a good cause. I concede. So I instead invited you here under the guise of assisting Tataru with a boutique-related affair. Well, I'll be going then, if you don't need me. I hope you will forgive the deception. Rest assured that you shall be rewarded with your aid in this matter with your choice of recompense. I guess. Now, who exactly was asking after me? Just before your arrival, I took the liberty of informing my new acquaintances that you would soon be making a landfall on these shores. They ask you that you meet them at the Sakazuki in the Ruby Sea as soon as you are able. I believe it is a matter of some urgency, so if you travel there forthwith. Okay. Excellent. I leave them in your capable hands. Don't worry, I'm no stranger to Hancock's tricks. I'll make sure not to agree to anything until we've settled every last detail. Just do what you need to do, and return when you can. Don't worry, Tataru, I trust you. Besides, this is your boutique, not mine. Alright, let's head on out to the Ruby Sea then. And apparently we're gonna go talk to the four lords. Not sure exactly what they need me for, though. the four lords, right? I mean, obviously this is gonna involve the four lords, but yeah, Sakazuki's over here. Oh, this is Sakazuki. Okay. Yeah, then Hell's Lid and Hell's Lid. Oh, right, where are you? Oh, okay, let's wait at the destination. Apologies, Brilliant. I pray you have not been waiting long. That's right, Sorbonne became the 5th Lord or something, right? You look surprised. Did Hancock not tell you who requested your aid? Ah, but never mind that. I am simply glad that you are here. How have I been? Well, my training as the next Genbu continues apace. I must tell you, my friend, each day has been more trying than the last. Why, just the other day, the auspices placed 99 wasabi-filled takoyaki on a platter before me, and instructed me to divine which single ball out of the entire batch was not filled with the dreadful spice. That's, some interesting training. Training to sharpen my foresight, they claimed, but it felt more akin to torture. By the end, I was reduced to a dithering sea turtle swimming in a puddle of my own tears. That is all to say, I am only marginally closer to assuming my place as one of the four lords. Bah! Get to the point already, Sorbonne. Gah! I was just about to arrive at it. Ahem. Come, my friends, show yourself. Yeah, the only two I remember are, obviously we did, Heaven's Turn recently, so I remember the snake, and then I fought, Suzaku, not Suzaku. Yeah, Suzaku, when I'm trying to get a Fury, or, the Blue Mage spell from her. And then, this tiger guy, I remember. It has been some time, Brilliant. I am relieved to see you in good health. I understand you have been through a great deal. Well, yeah, I fought you like 10 times yesterday. Your concern is unwarranted. This is the woman who quelled our Aramitama and inherited Tenzin's legacy. This is no trial. There is no trial she cannot overcome. You misunderstand me, my brother. Or you deliberately insinuate that I lack faith in Brilliant's capabilities. Enough. We are indebted ourselves to the merchant to attain this meeting. Let us not distract ourselves with this nonsense and get to the heart of the matter. Very well. You may not know this, but Senri's craving for Dango often brings her to Kugane. It was during such a visit that she spied a suspicious individual on Kugane, on Kogane Dori. Kogane? Whatever. A man who not only wore raiments identical to Tenzin's, but who also claimed to be his long-lost descendant. Excuse me? This descendant was selling good luck charms, utterly devoid of benediction. His ploy is plain. He uses Tenzin's name to trick fools into buying his rubbish. Any who would dare sully Tenzin's name shall face my wrath. My flames will cleanse him of his sin and burn his soul to ash. Suzaku, please. Too merciful a punishment, I say, I shall personally render unto him every pain imaginable. By the kami, is it possible that they've succumbed to their Arimatama once more? No, they're just mad. Him. The charlatan boasts of more than esteemed heritage. He also claims to have the four lords at his beck and call. Excuse me? Insulting, yes, but I still rather resolve this without flames and torture. Oh, that's boring. But having lived apart from men for so long, I fear we may be ill-equipped to do so on our own. Hence, why we have turned to you for assistance. Well, that's actually not a bad idea. You needn't agree to anything just yet. And why don't we all at least seek out this descendant and take his measure ourselves? I beg your pardon? Putting myself aside, the three of you approaching any settlement, let alone one as large as Kogane, would surely cause an uproar. Makes another good point. Calm yourself, Sorbonne. You forget we are the four lords. Just a trifling matter to assume a less conspicuous guise. Yeah, like Seiryu was at Heaven's Turn event recently. Let us reconvene in Kogane. Sorbonne is to go first. Well, we three shall make our own approach separately to avoid attracting undue attention, just in case. Well, hopefully they actually don decent disguises. Oh, yep. So the Seiryu bunny was actually at Heaven's Turn because it was a Year of the Dragon with the Ryu. Anyway, let's go and talk to each of them and then Sorbonne. Long since has it been since I walked the streets of the city of this size. I did so once to visit a tea house with Tenzin. I accompanied him in disguise. How my heart raced at the thrill and joy of it, until a priest saw through my glamour. Oh, the commotion that followed. Uh-oh. Do not think I haven't noticed you eyeing my costume. If you must know, I acquired it during my travels in the West. I'm rather fond of its soft and fluffy texture. We met Hancock by pure chance, recognizing us as the auspicious legend. He said he wished to help us out with the kindness of his heart. I almost believed him. Yeah, that's true. It would seem we have managed to arrive with little fuss. But only the kami know how long our presence will remain a secret. Again, with the needless worrying. Our disguises are perfect, except you stand out like a sore bunny and chicken. None may suspect you as four lords at first glance, but you are suspicious in the extreme. We could have, oh, what voice was I doing for him? We could have used our powers to assume the form of men, but those of keen sight will be able to discern our true nature. The costumes were innocuous alternatives, well, sure. There's nothing innocuous about them. Senri said she found the swindler in Kogane. Dory, yes. Let us head there at once. Let's see where this Tenzin guy is. Or fake Tenzin. Gather round, friends. Gather round. As you have no doubt surmised from my crimson armor, I am the proud descendant of Tenzin, the famous hero of Eld, who once slew an entire host of fearsome Oni. Right. Doubt. But do not take my word for it. Behold! In my hand, I hold Tenzin, beloved katana, the Phoenix Blade. No. I don't know what it looks like, but if he's got the Phoenix Blade, then he must be who he claims. Right. Let's just take a look over at Suzaku. Idiots! The true blade has remained in our case since Tenzin's passing. Oh, he said care, didn't he? Something seems off. I see there are some who remain unconvinced. Very well, you leave me no choice. Allow me to introduce you to my sworn allies, the Four Lords! Excuse me? Oh dear, I'm almost afraid to look. Please tell me they're not just little statues. That's your signal. I expect your money's worth. Introducing Genbu, the Turtle Auspice and Foreseer of Calamity. Right. Suzaku, the Avian Auspice and the Master of the Flames of Resurrection. Right. And Seiryu, the Dragon Auspice and Devourer of Young Maidens. Not quite. It looks just like him. Last but not least, adorable, we have Byaku, the small and fluffy feline auspice. No. Why am I alone, a cuddly creature? Surely he could have hired a Hrothgar or Mikote to betray me. It would have been funnier if he was a Hrothgar. At least he did not slander your character, devouring young maidens. Pah! What is this rabble? All who've heard of the tale of Tenzin know the Four Lords are beasts, not three murmurs and a cat. These are the glamoured forms they assume so they may roam the realms of men undiscovered. Surely you can imagine the chaos that would ensure if they went about undisguised. Yo. Even so, there's no way they'd wear such ridiculous outfits. And yet here they are, dressed in far worse. That's pretty funny. This farce is infuriating. Oh, wrong person. I thought it was the doggo. This farce is infuriating. I will not abide him mock of the bonds we shared with Tenzin. We are of one mind, my sister. He must be silenced. Hold on, guys, hold on. Does Tenzin even have a descendant? There was nothing in the legends about him fathering any children. Yeah, I'm sure Suzaku wants to learn more about that. But there was mention of one who loved him more dearly than life itself. I, the woman to whom I owe my storied lineage, is none other than... Yep, there we go. The sublime crimson beauty standing before you. Suzaku. And she's gonna be like, what? Let him speak. Let him cook. Let him speak. Perhaps he's not wholly deserving of immolation. This is way funnier since I was doing Hell's Cure yesterday for trying to get Phantom Flurry for Blue Mage. So I actually remember, like, she's like really liked him. Bah! How easily your rage is quelled. Having proven my ancestry to your satisfaction, my lords and ladies, I bid you partake of my good fortune, for I have auspicious wares to share with you today. Tenzin put Countess Oni to the sword long ago, 'tis true, but only by the grace of these miraculous good luck charms. Right. Just one will confer unto you all manner of fortune, good health, a happy family, scholarly achievement, financial success, romantic fulfillment, and much, much more. But that's not all. Purchase a charm now, and I'll even throw in a stylish strap featuring the Forelord's design of your choosing. My stock is limited, so be sure to buy while supplies last. Right. I'll take 2. No, 10! These idiots. It's just like, no, let him finish. My blood boils to see Tenzin's good name used in this manner. As does mine. We cannot sit idly around and allow this to continue. I think our purveyor of good fortune is in need of a proper scare. Are you convinced as well, Brilliant? Oh yeah, I think he's done enough talking. Alright, let's talk to each of them. He is more persuasive and cunning adversary. He is a most pervasive and cunning adversary. I was nearly convinced I had given birth to Tenzin's child. Suzaku, please. Lest you worry, despite his preposterous depiction of me, I have no intention of harming the swindler. Oh, that would have been pretty funny, though. This many who would fall for such an obvious deception, no matter the age. Mortals see only that which they wish to. Okay, can I actually see the... No, it doesn't look like it's actually there for me to check it out, so I'll just talk to Sorbonne. He seemed quite pleased with himself as he packed up his stall. Business was good, no doubt. How shall we proceed? Let's just call the cops on him. With care and preparation, we all saw how deftly he countered accusations of fraud. A more clever approach is needed. We must limit his ability to spin more lies. Have any ideas, Brilliant? I could present myself as Tenzin's true descendant. The presence of the four lords should be more than enough to convince him. Yeah, let's just go with that. Oh ho ho! Indeed, our very existence alone is enough to prove his claim is false. Then it is settled. You shall play the role of Tenzin's true descendant, and we shall accompany you. With us at your side, the impostor can have no choice but to confess his crimes. Or he can just accuse us of being false. Still, we would be wise to prepare for contingencies. With me, Sorbonne, we make for the Raisin Temple. Then it is up to us to find and confront the swindler. As you are familiar with the city, I bid you lead the way. Speak to Suzaku when you're ready. Okay. Sounds good to me. We must track him down before he dishonors us further with his insipid trinkets. His customers may have seen where he went, so let us begin by questioning them, and then they're going to be Endwalker follower mechanics? Not yet. I would also know more of his true identity. Of all the heroes of legend, why claim Tenzen's name? The answer may help us stop him without resorting to violence, since some of you apparently lack the stomach for it. So okay, and Sarah, you're not coming? Yeah, Endwalker follower mechanics. Oh, let's go try and find him. Guess we gotta head out back. Oh, there's somebody. Let's talk to her. Kami be praised to have met Tenzen's descendant and get his good luck charms besides. What a fool I was to doubt him. He who commands the 4 lords of legend. As long as I have this, fortune shall surely shine upon me. Oh, has a good luck charm caught your eye? If you wanted one for yourself, you are sadly out of luck. The merchant selling them said that this was the last of his stock, and he did not think he would be able to acquire more. Oh no! But if you wish to hear it from him, he was headed towards Tasogari Bridge. You will know him by his attire. I swear, he's a spitting image of Tenzen from the storybooks. Oh, yeah, that's because he's... She speaks of yonder bridge, does she not? Others may have taken note of our quarry as he passed. Oh, that bridge over there. Let's head on over. Thought they meant this bridge over here. But yeah, this bridge makes more sense. Oh, there's somebody. Exasperated man. Have I seen a man claiming to be Tenzen's descendant? The one who was selling good luck charms by the dozen, you mean? No, he didn't come this way. But Kami give me strength. I'll never understand how some can be so gullible. Let us continue our search elsewhere. Well, look who it is. Oh no. It's been quite some time. What brings you to Kigani this eve? A hawker claiming to be Tenzen's descendant. Probably Ishu. I saw him not long ago, yes. You know him? My peculiar and suspicious friend. There is no merchant in Kugane who hasn't heard of the entrepreneur. He's made a fortune masquerading as Tenzen's heir. And this is just common knowledge that he knows, but nobody else does. It's a brilliant scheme, very profitable. Tried to get in on it myself, but the Baron will suffer no competition. Who is this Baron of whom you speak? The soy sauce one. Who else? Kageyama. A dangerous man, of course. I think that's the guy. If it's the guy who I think it is, of course it's him. A dangerous man, yes. With fingers in every pie. I fear him almost as much as I envy him. Their deception must be exposed. What can you tell us of Ishu? How many times do I have to tell you? Do I have to teach the Baron the same lesson? Okay, it is the same guy. Oh, crap, I keep hitting my mic. Oh, you have had dealings with him, have you? Unfortunately, yes. If you know, then you know Ishu. Then you know. Issue, on the other hand, is still something of an enigma. A skilled seamster. Seamster? Dedicated to his craft, yet he partnered with Kageyama. I never would have guessed he had it in him. There is more to this than meets the eye. We must investigate further. Have you any idea where Issue may have gone? You want information? Yes. I want coin. Give me coin and I'll give you information. How about if I threaten to punt you off this bridge? That can be arranged. If you're willing to journey to Reisen Temple, our friend Furry can escort you. A temple? And one I've never heard of? At that, wait, is this some sort of place where mortals fear to tread and malevolent spirits do dwell? Well, maybe not malevolent spirits. Malevolent spirits. No. Just a somewhat ominous crystal. I'll take your word for it. As for Issue, he came to me and requested passage to the Isle of Beko, where he was to rendezvous with Kageyama. I refused. Better not to involve myself in the Baron's affairs, you understand. Kyoto, was it? You have our thanks. We shall fulfill our end of the bargain. You need not fear. I think threatening to punt him off this bridge would have been a lot cheaper. There is no time to waste. I shall have a messenger instruct Byako and Sorbonne to meet us at the Isle. Alright, let's head on out to the Isle. I should just be able to jump off right here, right? Yep. And then I guess I'll just run out. Not like it'd be any cheaper. Alright, where are we going? Oh, okay, the north side. Let's just teleport to the Sorbonne people place. Forget what they're called. And let's fly on up. I'll go through this one. Let's see, where is he? Looks like it's gonna be all the way around. Oh, there we go. Forget what race's pose this is. I think that's a... Well, she's definitely not a Viera, which means she's probably a Hero underneath the costume. We are the first to arrive. Issue and Kageyama will want to keep away from prying eyes, somewhere near the rocks perhaps. Just take cover and eavesdrop on their conversation when they join us. Yep, that's the Baron. Gahaha! A fine day's work, Issue. It pays to have fools for customers. Master Kageyama, please, this cannot continue. I shudder to think how the four lords would react if they learned of our crimes. Remind me, who was it who delivered you from a life of destitution after you lost your job as a seamster? Pray tell, who? Oh, okay, I see where this is gonna go. So, we're gonna end up hiring the guy who's playing the character as the replacement seamster, or something like that. You, Master Kageyama, and I am forever grateful for your help, without which my family would be without house and home. But even so, what we're doing is wrong. Want to wash your hands of this dirty, dirty business and be a seamster again? Is that it? But once the truth comes out, and I would see that it does, who would dare to trust you? No issue. No issue. You're going to continue the act, or you and your kin will starve in the streets. What a great guy. So that's the way of it. Ishu was coerced by Kageyama into this performance, and for his family's sake could not stop. Indeed, in light of this, how shall we proceed? Well, let's scare Kageyama a bit. We help Ishu, of course. We put the fear of the kami into Kageyama. Oh yeah, let's do it. Who are you? And why are you wearing such ridiculous outfits? Hearken to me, mortal. I will suffer you sully Tenzin's name no longer. Defy me, and you'll not like the consequences. In the ridiculous chicken outfit. Surely Tenzin's name, sully Tenzin's name, you say? His flesh and blood are free to do with it as I please. Unless you can prove that Ishu is not, in fact, the descendant, I suggest you get out of my sight. Then to prove it, we shall. Brilliant! Here! Wrong voice. It is time we revealed our true selves to these mortals. Call me for offend! Well, yeah, call me. It cannot be. Yep. Yeah, the real sword. Oh, I keep doing that. The flame-kissed katana you hold in your hand. Is that the Phoenix Blade? For your crime, the crimes you have wrought in Tenzin's name, your punishment will be severe indeed. Beg not for mercy. Take heart, my dears. I shall make the death painless. Hearken to my melody. There is no turning back. Steel yourselves. Yeah, someone, anyone, help me! What was that? Not only do you possess the Phoenix Blade, but the Four Lords themselves stand at your sides. Tell me, are you Tenzin's descendant? No, I'm just Brilliant. Please have mercy. I beg of you. I vow to never again use the name of your ancestors. You have my word. Well, that was pretty fun. Let's go ahead and talk to each of them. I do not blame Master Kageyama for fleeing in terror, yet As odd as it sounds, I did not feel as though you meant me harm. That's because they don't. A mere illusion, and the man loses his head. Some baron he is. It is thanks to Fury that we made it here in time, and now we can rest easy in the knowledge that Kageyama's scheme has been ended. You look every bit as dignified as Tenzin did on his day. The Phoenix Blade suits you, can I keep it? As Tenzin's behest, I once played the role of a ferocious tiger to frighten the peoples of a village and drive them to flee before they were buried in a landslide. I took part in the deception as well, but to be honest, your acting put his to shame. Have you considered auditioning for the Mijusta Koza Theater? Honored lord and lady, and descendant of Tenzin, I know not how to make amends for my sins. Though actions speak louder than words, I wish to say I'm truly sorry. Man or beast, we all make mistakes. Oh yeah, you guys made some mistakes. I'm told you're Master Seamster. I might not go as far as say master, but with my skill, I managed to put food on the table. Good enough for me. Then perhaps I shall have a word with an old friend. That can wait, Sorbonne. We must escort this young man to a safer location. This is far enough. It is past time we returned home. We are once more in your debt. It is because of you that this affair could be concluded before Tenzin's reputation suffered irreparable harm. Thank you, Brilliant. Now that you are no longer bound to Kageyama, what will you do? Probably starve. Well, I know I must take responsibility for my actions. I will confess my crimes to the Sekizumi. Sekisegumi. After I am released from my imprisonment, I shall take up an honest trade and once more, and not rest until I've repaid each and every victim of my deception. Ah, yes, I'd been meaning to tell you, but I will let Hancock explain when he arrives shortly. Wait, has Hancock actually met the four lords yet? Dreadfully sorry to have kept you waiting. I know Tataru has. Ah, speak of the devil. That's a correct choice of words. And the urchin girl. Oh, right. Wrong voice. And the urchin girl came as well. It has been far too long. You're looking as green as ever, Sorbonne. Sorbonne of the blue. And once again, Genbu, that's Tataru. Tataru. Though I'm sure I'll have to remind you next time, too. You are Ishu, the seamster Sorbonne spoke of, yes? If it is gainful employment you seek, the East Alderaan Trading Company would be thrilled to hire one of your expertise to work in our draper shop. The seamster in our service fell ill, and we've been looking for a replacement. Yeah, that's how I thought this was going to play out. I have no words. I'm grateful, truly, but I cannot accept, for once I confess my crimes to the Sekisegumi, they will surely imprison me for a time. We can work that out. Ah, yes. The Sekisegumi. I had a chat with them not long ago. They are aware that the scheme was contrived by Kageyama, and that you too are one of his victims. You will be required to assist them in their investigation, of course, but you needn't steel yourself for even a brief incarceration. He had some chat with the cops. Hancock, you have our thanks for calling Brilliant to our aid. Oh no, not at all. I am pleased to have been of service. Sure. I've not forgotten our arrangement, Brilliant. Have you decided upon a reward? Oh, let's ask about the pendant. Oh, how that warms my heart. A material to help restore a keepsake of a dear friend. I have just the thing. I won't spoil the surprise now, but do look forward to it. I suppose we had better return to the city, but before that... You couldn't have called upon me too, you know. It's not like I wasn't part of the whole saving the Ruby Sea from becoming consumed by roaring flames endeavor or anything. True, she kept on trying to be a summoner or an arcanist, but she kept on, like, as usual, her what are they called again? Her carbuncle kept running away. Oh ho ho! Forgive us, urchin Tataru. We assumed you were busy. That, and you did struggle mightily to help Brilliant restrain Sorbonne that one time. So there was some concern that you might prove a liability should it come to blows. Nevertheless, we will take your words to heart. Perhaps we should assume our guises and walk among men more often. It was a refreshing change of pace on the whole. I would not be against it. We were in a bit of a rush on this occasion. But with a longer visit, we might better appreciate men's curious ways. I have no doubt we shall meet again, and I but pray that the time comes sooner than later. You and me both. Until that day, I'll be sure to stop by the temple later, sure. I will consider that a promise. Oh, there go the four lords. That was pretty fun. Now then, I say we resume Sorbonne's training upon our return to the temple. Oh, poor Sorbonne. Must we so soon? You did well to apprise Hancock of Ishu's predicament. He may now make amends by putting his talents to good use and continue to provide for his family. Indeed, 'twas behavior befitting one destined to become the next Genbu. The road ahead is long, but we doubt not that you are worthy, and so we want only to encourage you to reach your full potential. If that is how you feel, then I have little choice but to do my best. So are we done now? Alright, Ishu, you all reformed? can hardly believe this Seki Segumi only wished to question me. Master Hancock must have a way with words and money. Speaking of which, I believe he and Mistress Tataru will be joining us shortly. Ishu, you will be pleased to know that I've just finished making arrangements for your immediate employment. May our profits soar that you may give your family the life they deserve. Master Hancock, I do not deserve such kindness. I'll do my best to earn my keep. Ah, you mean I can pay you less? Okay. I want you to know that I intend to work hard to make up for the many mistakes that I've made. It is not much, but I've prepared a gift for you as an expression of my gratitude. A set of garments that I made before I was embroiled in Master Kageyama's schemes. The lords and ladies of Kugane once held my work in high regard, and I hope you will as well. So I looked ahead slightly, and this is actually the, samurai Hingen robes that you see, that I've seen people wear all the time. You will also find a little something from me included within, a well-deserved reward. Wait, what exactly did you give Brillian? Payment for introducing the East Eldarin Trading Company to prospective new clients. What else? What else? I can't say I'm surprised you would try to peddle goods to the four lords themselves, but still, have you no shame? I mean, this is Hancock we're talking about. Regardless, now is as good a time as any to inform Brillian of the results of our deliberations. Said result being, we have agreed to do an official partnership with the East Alderaan Trading Company, one which I will exploit for all it's worth to make Tataru's boutique household name in Kugane. Haha! For my part, I pray that the start of a mutually beneficial partnership. To business. I would have a tour of this draper shop of yours immediately, if you don't mind. Sorry to cut things short, Brillian, but time is money, and I have precious little to spare. Once you've seen to any other unresolved matters you have here, I'd be grateful if you return to Old Charlie and inform Medina of our new arrangement. Okay, sounds good to me. Let's head on back to Old Charlian and wrap this up. It was a little bit longer than I had anticipated, but we got it done. Alright, Medina. Took care of the business in Kugane, and we got the more work on the amulet. Or pendant. Welcome back. Negotiations with Master Hancock were fruitful, I hope. Well, I didn't do any of the negotiations. Well, I expect nothing less from you and Mistress Tataru. As for Mistress Tataru's necklace, you say Hancock slipped a gift into the parcel you received from Ishu, yes? May I have a look? My goodness, what a stunning set of garments! They certainly offer a taste of the Far East. As for the item Master Hancock set aside for Mistress Tataru's necklace, by the sisters! A black pearl! Do you have any idea how rare these are? Well, I can just go fish one real quick if you want. They can only be harvested from black-lip oysters in the Roby Sea. I know, I caught a couple for our fishing leaves. I cannot say for certain until it has been incorporated into the necklace, but I have I believe the darker shade will serve as contrast to the brilliant sapphire centerpiece, and make it stand out even more. To part with such a precious treasure, Master Hancock is either very wealthy or very well connected, or both. Yeah, definitely both. We could do well to maintain a good relationship with the East Alderaan Trading Company. I've been saying that wrong this entire time. Whatever. But that is the boutique's concern. After all you have done for us, I am sure you want nothing more than a good rest. Thank you again for your continued assistance. When next we discover a client we'd like to add to our ever-growing list, I hope we can count on your assistance once more. Yep, and then that gets me the Dogi stuff. Right? Yeah, this stuff. I don't like the tattoos, but the rest of it looks good. How about the sandals? Those aren't bad. Alright, let's wrap it up. Alright, that wraps up the third Tataru's Grand Endeavor quest. And that's all we're gonna get done. All I was planning on doing today. Let's go ahead and sit back down on this bench. That's gonna be all for today. Hope you had a good time. We got through quite a bit of stuff today. Next weekend, I plan on doing the next Alliance raid, and I need to check exactly what else we have left, because I think we're actually mostly done with the 6.3. Let's see, we did Tataru's Grand Endeavor, Tales of Newfound Adventure, and we unlocked Anden. So yeah, the only thing left on my list is to do the second of the Alliance raids. So I guess we're gonna do that next week, and then we'll have another day to work on stuff. So I'll probably just go ahead and do some Paladin quests, because I got to level 50, so I need to go ahead and do those. Anyway, that's gonna be all for today. And until next time, goodbye.